What up, everybody? This is Jay Salee, and this is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
And Melissa Ford, a.k.a. the Curve Queen.
Yo, what's up, y'all? It's Giovanni.
Hola. I now fucking wait to be annoyed. We're reading the comments that all of you are leaving online, and we read them, and then we implement them somehow in our show, and people like this fucking mating call that you do. And so now that's in the show.
Yeah, that's my way of saying hello, good morning, how are you?
I was just about to ask what it meant. I thought it meant fuck my life.
Well, I'm from Gary, Indiana, so it's like, it's my little alma mater is the word. What's the word?
Alma mater?
Yes, to Michael Jackson.
Okay.
No, it's not.
No.
That's
First of all, alma mater is not even the right terminology.
Well, that's why I was like, because that's what it sounded like he was trying to say, and I was like, that's not the correct use of
that's
what he wants to say is that's my homage.
Yeah.
Homage. Whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Anyway, let's progress.
Yes, please, everybody out there. It's not homage. It's not homage. It's homage.
Listen, that's my homie. I'm playing homage. And that's a combination between niggaland and white people words. And you know what? I think that everybody out there should learn from this show. Like, no matter how stupid you are, always try to look smarter.
Yeah, you see me, I just failed at that shit.
It's okay, but you keep trying.
Thank you, Miss
Ford. You just
Ford.
get right back on the horse right after it fucking kicked you off.
So we're not talking about my exes right now. We're talking about word games. So let's talk about some shit that's really funny. See, people see us and they go, oh my God, they have these fabulous lives. They have no drama. We're going to open up today sort of like a bottom.
Oh my God.
I just got a visual.
I can show you a visual.
No,
please,
okay.
thank you.
So let's talk about our living situations. Each of us were just kind of talking before we started today about shit that's going on in our real lives. So who wants to go first?
Go ahead, Miss Ford. You over there. And
okay. So I live in this really.
Is that faux fur or German Shepherd?
It is. It's faux fur.
This is beautiful.
Sorry, every time I see any type of fur now, I think of Safari's oily ass because he's always wearing these fucking dogs on his back.
Okay,
and now Peter's
after his ass.
Peter needs to get that motherfucker.
Yes, no, Peter. This is faux fur. It is faux fur. It's not even coyote. It is like it's rug. I don't know what the
Floyd
fuck
called me and said, "Why is Safari wearing German Shepherd?" I said, "I don't know."
That shit's hilarious.
I don't know. But anyway, what's going on in your world?
God. Okay, so I live in this really fabulous neighborhood. Residential, got a view of the mountains.
White people shit.
Very white people shit, yes. And my neighbors are fucking crazy. Like, my neighbors are crazy. The neighbor directly across the street from me, he has 3 cameras aimed at my house.
I wonder why.
Because he's a fucking asshole.
It's not for sex tape purposes.
Yeah, he considers himself the mayor of the neighborhood. It's like, no. So, and then my next door neighbor looks like a fucking indigent, Skid Row motherfucker. Oh my God. Remember when he was climbing the fence?
Yeah.
You saw that shit? Mm-hmm. So one time I'm having a get together at the house, Jason, the blue collar, the crew, everybody's there. And then one of the girls that's there, she screams, oh my God, Melissa. And I was like, what? Look, my neighbor who looks like Zach Galifianakis, dude from fucking Hangover, all the shaggy hair in his face, is climbing my fence.
So think the meth version of Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. Seriously, and he's climbing the fence because he's trying to tell me that the music is too loud. Hey, motherfucker, why don't you use the doorbell? Or text me?
That's hilarious.
But he's
because
climbing.
You have big breasts and a big ass.
No, he's a fucking asshole.
Is he gay?
No, he's married. His wife's in a wheelchair. I don't know if that matters or anything like that.
It does.
I told you I don't fuck handicaps.
Wow.
Let me stop because Orlando Brown just did a joke online and it didn't go too well. But anyway, back to your story of the name.
Seriously. So basically, there's just kind of been this ongoing campaign of fucking intimidation between these two when it comes to me. And I'm just like, listen, motherfuckers, I'm not going anywhere, okay?
Well, that ain't what happened the other day. What happened?
Well, oh my God. So I have a cousin staying with me, okay? And he's 25 years old and fucking stupid as shit and decides to bring a friend home.
Hey.
And he asked me, can I bring somebody over for a little while? And I'm like, I don't like this idea at all, but fine, go ahead. Next morning, I wake up to a text. My lease is being terminated. What the entire fuck happened last night?
What happened?
Exactly. So apparently, he brings this girl home. No, sorry. Correction. Brings this girl to my house. And they're getting it on. And he goes to the bathroom. And she steals $200 out of his fucking out of his pocket.
Shout out to the come up.
So he figures it out and takes her phone and kicks her out. Until you give me back my money, you don't get your phone. And kicks her out of the house.
And you're not there for any of
And
this.
I'm not there. I'm out, you know? And then...
With A$AP Rocky.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, I was not.
Okay, my bad.
He's in New York.
I just like saying his name.
I know.
Okay.
So, I don't know, maybe like less than 10 minutes later, banging on the door. Her and some dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Who wants her phone back. And he's like, I'll give you the phone back if I get my money back. And what does this sound like to you?
Some bullshit.
No, what it sounds like is he didn't know he brought a motherfucking hooker home. And
So he was a pimp?
Exactly. If she had no phone, where did she find this guy miraculously in my neighborhood?
Nigga
Bitch
was
don't live
waiting
there.
outside.
Exactly.
So what happened between everybody in front of your house?
So this whole exchange is going down in my front door. Fuckhead across the street is got full view of what the fuck is going on. And so then makes it sound like Armageddon just breaks out, calls the homeowner and says, just makes this big deal. Like, oh my God.
All these niggas running rampant in the street.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, it was somebody knocking on a fucking door, an exchange of words, and then
Technically, it was a pimp and a hoe and a nigga who wasn't supposed to be there. Technically.
I mean, like, that's just,
It's a lot of shady activity in that neighborhood. And I know your neighborhood.
I'm guessing.
So go back, you said about the lease. Now get to the part about the lease.
Yeah.
Who's getting kicked out? Like, what's going on?
They're trying to kick her out.
Oh,
well,
shit.
yeah. So I'm like talking to the homeowner, and she's just like, I'm just like, listen, okay, you cannot be subject to the fucking campaign of terror that they've launched on me. Like, they're trying to bully you. I was like, here's the sitch, okay? They're homeowners, so they have like this sense of fucking entitlement. You're renting this investment property. You're always going to have problems with them if they don't like the tenants you pick to live in this house. Let's just say you get a couple who have two 16-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? 2 16-year-old boys. Let me tell you what that backyard's gonna look like. Party all the fucking time. They're gonna hate it, and they're gonna keep on fucking complaining to you. I was just like, so this is not even just about me, it's about what you allow. So if they have a fucking problem with me and any noise that I've got going on, tell them to either text me or call the fucking police. Because that's literally how you handle fucking noise complaints.
And mind you, she's paid thousands and thousands of dollars of
My
upfront
rent is not motherfucking cheap. And I like to, and there's times
And
where
it's
I like,
paid through the year.
yeah, I like to pay there's times I like to pay my rent up front because I don't want to think about the goddamn shit.
Yeah, like
You know
for
what
a
I'm
whole year?
Because that's the white in her. Because niggas don't do that.
Damn, Miss Ford doing it like that.
saying? You know, I saw what I liked and I pay for what I want.
I like that.
That's basically
well,
what's up.
I hope
So-
you don't get kicked the fuck out.
Well,
Well,
we're
no,
not
because
gonna
there's
let that happen.
no, there's laws. I mean, I spoke to,
I got $20 on
No,
it.
she spoke to her representative over here.
I did.
I got her back.
Yeah, we talked.
Because she was distraught. She was like, fuck.
I'm still shaking. I'm still shaking because I'm so pissed off that these people think that they can like manage my fucking lifestyle,
Well, the
and I gotta
lesson
walk
learned-
on like eggshells around them.
The lesson learned is no more fucking in Melissa Ford's house.
Well, hold on.
You know,
Unless it's Melissa.
Exactly.
Here's the funny
Exactly.
part. So my lease came up in September, and I told Melissa, like, you got an extra room. Fuck it, I'll just move with you. First of all, that ain't gonna ever work out.
Yeah.
Because between all my activity and A$AP Rocky trying to sneak over
Oh
there.
my God.
that shit just
He's
ain't
gonna
work.
kill you.
No, he'll be fine. A$AP's cool. But no, we couldn't have that because I'm gonna tell you right now, motherfucker. Can I just get into my story?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So I'm traveling. I'm in New York doing the Love and Hip Hop reunion, and I'm gonna travel. So I'm like, fuck, I don't like paying online. I'll just pay when I get home. Totally forgot I was going to Africa, so the rent would have been really late. But no, I would have been back in time before it goes to the attorneys. Because the way I pay my rent, I just wait until they put a notice on my door to tell me how much to pay, and I just pay more than that.
That's funny.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't keep track of a lot of days and times. I know when we got to do the radio show. I know when I got to go to work for Love and Hip Hop.
Isn't the rent due on the 1st?
Okay, but I don't know where
Not
I'm at.
everybody.
I don't even know when the first is, but check this out.
I feel like it was yesterday.
It was 2 days ago.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm in New York. I come home and there's a notice on my door for like $2,150. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'll pay my rent. So I go to the bank. I get $2,200. I round up. I take in the rent, give it to them. 3 days later, they put another notice on my door. Eviction notice. This is an eviction notice.
Hilarious.
So I'm like, wait, hold on. So I pull it off my door and it says, you owe $111. So I go down to the office to talk with the manager. And I find the assistant manager, and she's, clearly a white woman that doesn't have a lot of black friends. I'm judging. So I'm like, hey, what the fuck? You put this shit on my door. I already paid the rent. You put another motherfucking thing on my door. And she says to me, well, I'm charging you for rent that wasn't paid. I said, well, I paid more than the rent that you put on my door. She said, well, I applied some of that to utilities. I said, you can't do that. She goes, yeah, I can. I said, no, you cannot. I said, if in the state of California, you cannot force me to pay utilities, because if I lived in a house where I had PG&E or a third party and I didn't pay my PG&E bill, they just turn off my gas and lights. But I'd still be able to live in my dwelling. What she thought was she thought I was somebody stupid. She didn't know that for 10 years I was in the labor union. I was fighting for workers' rights. I was ready to go postal on her ass. So you know what I did? I said, go ahead and set a meeting with your boss, print out my lease, I'll be back. So I come back, I got Lee there as a witness. And so I'm like, show me in the lease where you have the right to take my money and apply it to utilities. Because when I show you that you violated my rights, my renter rights, I'm going to come for your job. She was like, well, it's right here. She tried to totally change the language around. So nonetheless, I won. But now I'm still going after her.
Good. Fucking bitch.
Because I just feel like, if you think about it, think about people that don't speak English. Think about people that don't know how to read. Think about people who don't know how to advocate for themselves. People run all over those people. She ran into the wrong one.
Once you hold ground and show people that because one thing I think people hate, especially white people, is black people who know what the fuck they talking about. That's a very powerful thing.
Man, when you are educated, even if you're not educated, because I'll tell you right now, let me tell you how real I keep it. I left high school on a GED.
Oh, wow.
And
I would have never thought that.
Oh, no, I left on a GED because when I got into high school, I saw all the competition. Everybody wanted to be on the football team. Everybody wanted to be on the cheer team. Everybody wanted to be on the basketball team. Everybody wanted to be in the leadership group. I wanted to get the fuck out and make money. So when I turned 16, I told my counselor, she tried to set my academic plan. I said, here's my academic plan. How do I get the fuck out of here? And she was blind, so, I had to be nice to her. Her name was Miss Nagai. Shout out to Miss Nagai. But I said to her, how do I get the fuck out? And she was like, well, the only way out is to graduate or to take your GED. But, graduate. I said, fuck all the graduate. How do I take a GED? I don't want to come to prom. I don't want to go to reunions. I don't want to say farewell. I want to get the fuck out. She let me go take my test. I passed the first time I left. I went to college. And I started fucking up in college because I took classes, and when I went to the classes I wanted to go to, I got A's and B's. But I had to take shit I didn't want to take. I was getting F's like a motherfucker, and I hate failing. So I was like, fuck college. I'm going to just go to work. So I went to work.
Wow. I would have never thought you got a GED. I thought you was like a diploma nigga.
GED, and I don't even know where that motherfucker's at. It's somewhere.
What exactly is a GED?
General Education Diploma. So it's like it's equivalent to a diploma. You have to test in all these areas and hit a certain score.
Okay.
So you do like a GED.
We don't have that in Canada.
Oh, I did a GED prep course for like 3 weeks, and then I took that motherfucker and I left.
But they just make GED sound like they make it sound less than a high school diploma
because there's so much stigma in this country.
There's so much stigma to it.
Yeah.
A GED is like they take it like for failure. So you think of like a Mary J. Blige, she probably went back and got her GED. Fantasia, who she couldn't read, she went back and got her GED. But that wasn't my situation. I've always been smart. Yeah. It's just that I'm very impatient and I want to get to the money. And when I was in school, I wasn't making no money.
Yeah, the academic environment doesn't really seem like it's your jam.
Not at all.
Yeah, like I thrive there. I love it. I'm a fucking nerd.
I can tell.
I was the one sitting in front of the class. Raise my hand. I know the answer.
You were the bitch that I didn't like. Look at me. I'm smart. Like, okay, we get it.
Well, I mean,
but I respect that, and I love that about you. And I think our viewers love it too because they always talk about how smart you are.
You are very intelligent.
Oh, thanks, guys. It's just.
Well, we all going through fucking houses.
Let's talk about you living in the basement. And let's talk about you in the basement.
Hey man, first of all, it's not the basement. It's just the lower deck. All right. Anyway, me and my girl, we live in Koreatown, so we just got served these fucking court papers, and unknowing to us, we were the company's violating like 62 rules, like violations, because they made the basement into some illegal apartments.
So what is it, like a tenement house or something like that?
What the fuck is that?
It's like it's a large dwelling where a lot of You said it was in Koreatown. I was like, this kind of fits.
It's
Sounds
an
like,
older building. It's a lot of people. It's not even a lot of people. It's only about like 40 units in our building.
So when they rented it to you and they walked you down to show it to you, they said, "Here's the lower deck," but really they just put your ass on the ground.
Yeah. So now my girl just texted me like, "Yo, we got to move out." But here's the thing: they're paying us to move out. To move out, and we get half a rent off with. It's just all these benefits that we're getting because the company is violating and breaking the law.
Because you could probably sue them.
Yeah, no, they just went to court like 2 days ago. And now we have to get a bigger apartment because we're paying the price of a 1-bedroom. And we have a 1-bedroom, but that shit's nowhere near the size of a 1-bedroom. And it's just me and my girl.
How long you guys been living there?
Well, she's been living there about over 3.5 years.
Oh, you moved in with her.
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Wait, no, let me. Okay,
You're gonna try to clean it up for the brothers. It's okay if you moved in with your girl. You know how many dudes moved in with me?
I was staying at 1600 Vine.
I used to live there.
And that's a very expensive place. So.
Not if you live on the second floor, and that's why I moved out. They let everybody with low housing move in that motherfucker. Shout out to everybody with low housing rights.
They did.
Listen, shout out to everybody with low housing rights.
It was the third floor.
It was the second floor and the third floor, but I know the second floor for sure because when I moved in, my cleaning lady moved in. She's like, "You live here too?" I'm like, "Wait, you live here?" I was like, "How you?" Because I know my rent. She was like, "I pay $850." I was paying almost $2,300 for a 1-bedroom.
They still do that?
Let me tell you something. I'm about to go on low housing.
Damn.
Wow, that's crazy. I was coming out of $2,500 for like a loft. So I said, "F that." I got out and I went in and started living with my girl.
Okay.
Well, hopefully you don't get kicked out of the basement because I think it's one thing to get kicked out of a beautiful home, but if you get kicked out of the basement, God is not in your favor.
Well, we're moving upstairs to the 1 bedroom.
Moving on up. Shout out to everybody that listens. I've been able to see some numbers and we're getting a lot of people tuning in to hear what we're talking about.
That's awesome.
That must mean that people like us.
Hey guys, or like to hate us.
So I can't really talk about what we're working on right now because we're not supposed to talk about it. But everybody knows that I cannot keep a secret.
No.
At all.
Keeping a secret and keeping my dick in my pants are probably two things that I'm not going to be able to be good at. But I won't say the name of the person yet, but I will say that we're working on turning this into a TV show.
That's good. I'm very happy for us.
And it wasn't even our idea.
That's the most.
You don't
that's
think
the best
so?
part.
I feel like it's always been part of the plan.
I think it's been a part of the plan.
Yeah.
But how this all happened and with who it happened with, it was not a plan.
And happening so quickly.
Yeah. It is quite amazing.
Shout out to your sex life, Gio. Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's talk about some hot topics.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, by the time this show airs, we will have a new president.
And hopefully it's Hillary.
God damn.
Yeah.
This is probably the most dramatic, worst, most important presidential election ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because after the last debate, I definitely thought Hillary had it in the bag. I was like, oh shit, she's done. It's done.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to grab him by the pussy. He wants to put all of the fucking Middle Eastern people in prison. He wants to put the Mexicans back in Mexico. Women ain't shit, niggas ain't shit. I'm like, oh, I know we got Hillary.
Yeah.
And then this damn email scandal just won't go away. And now there's this new issue going on with the FBI director.
Yeah. It's fucking so irritating. I am so tired of hearing about this woman's emails. And I just, people think that she's disingenuous. And I just think that it's just, I don't know. She doesn't seem like the warmest person, but really honestly, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Is she qualified? Yes. Is he? Abso-goddamn-lutely not. This guy has the worst Twitter fingers in the world who you don't want him having the nuclear codes. Like, India, fuck you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just all go out in a blaze of fucking glory. So, but, there's a lot of people who are so pro-Trump that they are expecting that if he loses, the assumption is that the election was rigged and they are getting ready down south.
Oh, I'm
like
scared.
militia groups are starting to form to prepare for the civil unrest. They say we're not going to fire the first shot. That's comforting.
So what do you
That's
think about
comforting
that,
like a
Gio?
motherfucker.
I'm scared, man. I'm terrified. Because the second they do, God forbid, say Donald Trump's the next president, all I hear is a whole bunch of goddamn hillbillies gassing up their trucks.
Yeehaw!
Boy, get them ready. Let's go.
Yeah, but there's a Blacks for Trump movement out there too. So I don't think it's just white people.
Wait, hold on. Is the Blacks for Trump that one white person that was holding up the Blacks for Trump sign at the rally?
No.
No.
It's like this little movement they've created. But the thing about it is,
who's
I don't know.
movement?
It's just
Okay.
people. I don't know them. So anyway, this Blacks for Trump movement. So there are people. It's not just hillbillies and white people. There are people out there that actively believe that Trump is going to be a better CEO at running the country because he has been a great CEO from their perspective at running his own business in terms of taking a investment from his father and becoming a billionaire. I don't know. I mean, at this point, this is the worst experience I've ever had, having been involved in elections as a director of organizing and just a civil person voting. Like, this is just crazy. At the end of the day, this feels like The Apprentice. Somebody's going to get fired. And it's really crazy.
No, it doesn't even feel like a reality show. Like, I literally have been sitting like with all this anxiety. Well, besides the homeowner shit and crazy ass neighbors. But like the anxiety level of what's to come, the unknown is like, it's terrifying. It's almost like you're sitting at home waiting for the big one. You know what I'm saying? Living in California, the big one is the big earthquake that's going to
I'm sorry. Somebody just texted me and I thought you were talking about A$AP Rocky. So. Sorry. Any
fucking ways. Yeah, guard your loins and shit like that because, the militia's coming if Hillary gets fucking elected. It's scary. Yeah.
So we have, 1 week away, right? Or we're like
less.
Well, by the time this show airs.
What day is election day? Tuesday?
Election day is Tuesday.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So Wednesday morning, we're either going to wake up really relieved or really fucking terrified.
I'll probably be booking a flight to like Barcelona or something like that.
Would you really?
I don't know if I want to live here. If
Trump
to
our audience, she ain't going nowhere because we still need to get this show on TV.
That's true. That's true. I guess I can't go anywhere.
Gotta get that check.
God damn it. Anyways.
So what else is going on?
So I know that you're like a really big fan of oral sex. I don't really know.
Wait. No, you're not gonna try to take my fucking role on the show
and put somebody
throw me under the bus. I did not say I was. Speaking of oral sex, I bit my tongue yesterday, really, really bad. So I can't.
Were you having oral sex?
No, but I can't do any oral sex now.
Oh,
disgusting!
I'm very safe. Oh please.
Yeah, you and your girlfriend, all you guys do is fucking cuddle in your basement apartment. But anyways, so.
In her basement.
Cuddling with the fucking roaches.
Why he gotta have roaches? Because he lives in Koreatown. I don't appreciate you fucking with Asian people. We got poor Andrew. I know Andrew represents a whole community. He just shout out to Andrew.
Okay, but there's this new study that says oral sex is to blame for the rise in head and neck cancer cases.
I ain't got no head or neck or cancer case.
Yeah,
wait, what? Say it again?
Exactly. Study says oral sex is to blame for rise in head and neck cancer cases.
Just a few months ago, I just read something where they said oral sex is good for women for like depression or some stupid shit like that.
Depression's not cancer.
But now they talking about oral. Are they saying oral sex causes?
Oh, it's especially bad for you guys. Ha ha.
Why?
What?
Okay, so check
First of all, wait. We're not in the same conversation when you talk about oral sex.
No, men.
Oh, okay, got it.
Men.
Okay. But we're doing two different activities, clearly.
Okay, insurance claims for head and neck cancers increased by 61% over the last 5 years, according to a report from Fair Health. And scientists think oral sex might be to blame. It's especially bad for men. They made up 3 out of 4 new cases during that time period. So is that gonna like stop you guys from having like?
Wait, so does this apply to women too?
Okay, so what's happening?
Yeah,
a recent study found that men
this epidemic sounds like some bullshit.
Okay, so wait, it actually might disclude you because you don't eat pussy. All right, so what's happening? One recent study found men who recently performed oral sex had a higher likelihood of having an oral HPV infection, which could lead to neck and head cancers. You know what HPV is, right?
Yeah, of course.
What is HPV for the audience that doesn't know?
Wait a minute. HPV is
No, you weren't gonna say hepatitis.
No. HPV is.
Can you please stop grabbing that microphone while we're talking about the head? Because I'm telling you, trying to get me to go crazy.
A vagina disease, venereal disease. It's an infection. It's some shit that you shouldn't have. I don't know.
Is it hypertension? Por favor.
Yeah, no. So the reason why...
No, what is HPV?
The HPV virus is like something that basically kind of lives in all of us, you know?
They don't live in me.
It does.
No, it don't.
Oh,
No. Right. We are not going to continue with this show with you putting out there that there's any type of... Hold on.
HPV shot.
There ain't no H, no P, or no V in me. So let's be very clear.
Let's do this.
This shit ain't cool because I got a date later on tonight.
I'm shy. Hove.
No, we're not going to wait while you Google HPV. The audience right now
Bam, I got it.
HPV.
Yeah, okay. the human papillomavirus, okay? It's known as HPV. It can affect the skin and the moist membranes that line parts of the body, including the mouth, throat, vulva, cervix.
I ain't moist, so that ain't me.
So
But you have a mouth.
So here's the sitch.
Don't worry, don't talk about my mouth, Jill.
Women develop an immunity to
HPV.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So when you guys are like,
No, you don't, because y'all stay wet and y'all be in jacuzzi. So there's a whole bunch of water going on. So how the fuck am I? Turn the camera on me, damn it. How the fuck are you how am I going to have HPV and I'm not moist, but you don't have it?
because we build up an immunity to it because we are constantly moist. Well, I am.
So what happens if, wait, do women, this is just a side note, do women ever just get dry?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So how do you get dry and then how do you get
Having
re-moist?
sex with somebody you really don't want to. Your body just shuts the fuck down. Like, trying to, he's such a nice guy. Your body's like, bitch, please stop
is
it.
it sort of-
Stop lying. You don't want him.
So it's sort of like when you
Dries up like a fucking desert.
So it's like sort of like when you see Wendy Williams on the show talking about food, her mouth gets watery. When you think about fucking a man, like let's for example, if you're thinking about ASAP Rocky
oh
Or
my
David McIntosh.
does your or Daniel Sinjata. Do you get shout out to Matt Barnes? Do you get moist automatically, or is it some kind of flow thing? I mean, I don't know how this works.
When you are
This is all educational. By the way.
you are as a woman, when you are stimulated, and we are able to be stimulated in a lot of different ways, on sight, hearing. That's why niggas can kick the Willy Bobo in our ear and we fucking fall for it. Because,
Willy Bobo.
yeah, because
You just showed your age.
What is that?
Some old shit. Some old
I'm
black,
gonna go
some
there
old
kicking
black
that Willy
shit.
Bobo in the air.
That's some old black shit.
Grand Poobah and Mary J. Blige. Thank you very fucking much. Anyways, so women can be stimulated in various different ways, and that's just the body's response. Because when you're stimulated, your body is like, okay, I'm about to have sex. It's preparing to have sex.
Can I just say to because I must make a lot of women wet because they are all in my DMs. I keep getting all these messages from people. I just want to state this for the one time on this show.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't interested. But
Okay.
thank you. It's nice.
Yeah,
I'm
ladies.
getting all these comments of I can turn you gay, straight. I could do. One woman slid in my DM the other day and said, "Hey, I know you don't want me, but my son is fine." I was like, "Woman, stop."
Wow,
You gonna
she tried to
auction
serve
off
her
her
son
son?
up
I said,
on
please,
a platter.
I said, please don't do that. That's so rude. Send me a picture of him real quick. So she sent me a picture of him. I was like, nah, I'm not single.
Oh wait, while we on Instagram, quick, you see the comment you got from it was so random from Abby Lee Miller. That was random as fuck.
She Abby Lee Miller from Dance Moms. She reached out to me. She's been reaching out to me. She follows me. She's cool. I think I DM'd her yesterday my number, and I'm gonna get together with her and create some content.
That's dope.
I like her too.
I just had to bring it up since we was on Instagram. That was random as
I like
fuck
her
when
too.
I saw it.
Yeah, she's super dope.
That's awesome. Congrats, Jace.
Yeah. Okay, so what else is going on? Let's talk about this Lil Wayne and shout out to Coonan.
Yeah, so I was just about to talk about Lil Wayne. So apparently he gave like an interview, and he when asked about Black Lives Matter, he said, "Don't come at me with that dumbass shit."
Don't come at me with that dumbass shit.
And then he also went on to say that he don't worry about nothing, ain't got nothing to do with him.
He was so high.
Yeah, when he was on
Allegedly.
is that? When he was on that show,
It was his Nightline.
Yeah, no. But he also did something with, I think it was when Skip Bayless was still on First Take. And, he was, basically asked about,
Black Lives Matter.
similar situation. He was just like, I'm not a fucking politician. Like,
Yeah.
it was about racism. And he said he does not believe that racism exists because he has white fans.
Well,
And
he
he's a
also
rich
said
black
on
man.
the Nightline interview that he was rich and he's an example of how America believes in the black community because he's able to be rich and that there was a white man filming him. I think the sad part is for me is just that like I don't care how wealthy, because I know I'm going to be wealthy. I feel it. I don't care how wealthy or successful I become, how many white people I work with. I don't care who my friends are. I ain't never going to forget where I come from.
Yeah.
Never.
But then he later apologized.
Yeah.
Which is like,
His publicist called him and said, we got to fix this because, once you say stuff like that, like he took a hit online. And I'm not going to say who I text, but I text somebody in this camp and I was like, really? And they were like, no comment.
Yeah. I mean, it's understandable when people, in the entertainment industry don't want to, be a role model.
Yeah.
But there's a certain amount of responsibility that comes with recognition and visibility. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like I don't know. It's like a.
Don't search for no big ass word to fuck up our audience right now, because I already see where you're going.
You sitting up there
doing all this. You trying to say hyperbole. You trying to figure out all your shit. No, you're not doing that today.
I was gonna say reciprocal.
Okay, stop it.
See, when her hands start doing this, people, looking for a word, bro.
She's sitting back and doing all this shit. This is how they get wet. Fucking all this extra Matrix type shit. But anyway, I understand what you're saying.
Okay,
what you're trying to say.
I just think that he should do a little bit more thinking before he fucking speaks. Before he does an interview, be prepared. Like, how about this? What questions are you going to fucking ask me? Let me get a prepared response.
Yeah, but like our show, we don't do that. We keep it real raw radio over here. We don't let people tell us what they will and won't talk about. Mm-hmm. And so it's kind of hard in some situations you don't know. And on the red carpet, every single red carpet interview is an on-the-spot interview, because you can be asked at any time, anything. And so, I mean, I don't know. For me, it was a disappointment because he clearly has lost touch with where he came from and his responsibility to his platform. And now, all the blogs and everybody, including Hollywood Unlocked, is having a field day talking about it. And the apology, quite frankly, I just don't believe it.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't seem very, genuine, because it's just, it's coming from a place of false attrition.
And not to mention, he was very rude to the lady interviewing him too. And she was really nice, black woman, very professional. She handled it well, so shout out to her. But he was very rude, and it was disappointing because I actually like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, me too.
What else is going on?
I'm not really all that.
What else is going on?
Mary J. Blige, she's getting a divorce. We all know this, right?
Yeah.
Her soon-to-be ex-husband is whack as fuck. I'm sorry. Because
let's set it all up. Mary J. Blige is married to her husband, who
he was also her manager. Yeah.
And
there's a quote out right now that she says on, about her divorce. Not even knowing someone that you thought you knew for years is horrible. And I can only imagine what that's like, being involved with somebody who's like your manager. You already have like a, very intimate relationship, but then you get married to the man. You share a life. You share your vulnerabilities. Like, you expose yourself.
Did you say vulnerability or vulnerability?
She said the first one.
Vulnerability.
You said Vunner.
Vunner. Yeah, you said Vunner.
It's okay.
That's all right.
Continue. We all make mistakes.
Listen, motherfuckers, don't even try it, okay?
It just feels good.
But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's just that was
Wait, Gio, look. Go ahead and do it.
That was my Canadian accent, you fucking assholes. Okay, but I have a really big problem with men who feel like, first of all, this guy cheated on her, and now he wants like $130,000 a month in spousal support, which includes child support for his children. He got used to the lifestyle of being Mary J. Blige's husband, and he feels like he should not have to downgrade. I'm like, but you cheated on her, you fucking asshole.
His daughter Bria is a friend of mine, and I could tell you he didn't take care of her, because I remember when her house caught on fire and they wouldn't pay for nothing. I remember when he left her out here just basically starving.
His daughter?
His daughter. And we can bring her in here, because when he got with Mary J. Blige, she shitted on his kids. Mm-hmm. And I remember her reaching out to him for money and just to help him, basic survival stuff. And he wouldn't help her. So I'm gonna reach out to her and see
girl
if
with the freckles on Growing Up
I know her.
Hip-Hop?
We used to hang out all the time. I have a Mary J. Blige story. Can I tell you? Mm-hmm. I met Mary J. Blige early 90s. I was in Stockton. Queen Latifah called me and said, I'm going to be in Sacramento. Do you want to come to the concert? It was the Biggie Smalls tour. It was Puffy, Biggie, what's the fucking group?
Mace.
Naughty by
Total.
Nature. No, Naughty by Nature.
Total.
And Mary J. Blige and Jodeci, right? Mm-hmm. She was dating KC at the time.
Oh my God, that must have been epic.
So I'm there backstage in the tunnel waiting for Lil' Kim, everybody. So waiting for Mary J. Blige, and here comes Mary J. Blige. This is Mary J. Blige, she was big back then. So she's walking by, and here she comes, and she has her glasses on, and I stick out my hand to say hi, to introduce myself to her. I swear to God, she walked right around me. She just kept walking, didn't stop, didn't acknowledge me like I wasn't. And I mean, I'm directly in front of her, right? Mm-hmm. Years later, I'm at this show. I can't remember who was performing. She was performing. Mm-hmm. And J-Lo and Magic Johnson, everybody were all sitting in the front row up on the second deck downtown. And so at the after party, I'm there, and here comes Mary J. Blige and Nas and J-Lo and everybody. So I go up to Mary and I say, hey, I want to tell you something. And she was super cool. And I told her about the story, and she was real apologetic. She was like, look, I was going through hell.
Yeah.
She was like, that Mary was a fucking mess. She was so nice, so sweet. We danced, we took pictures. And
I was going to say, that Mary you met, that was
KC Mary.
That was the KC Mary, and he was super abusive.
Oh no, she don't even know. That night I met her, afterwards we go to the after party with Devontae and Dalvin.
Yeah.
And KC got a whole line of girls at the hotel. So she was on tour with somebody who was literally cheating on her.
Oh, I mean,
Speaking
like
Devontae.
I'm sure she knew that. Like, so she was that was depressed Mary, but Mary who gave us like the really good music.
So now that she's getting a divorce, I'm praying like, please put out an album.
Yeah.
Because that album is gonna all that no drama shit. That shit would have me sleep.
I'm trying to play Devontae in the Jodeci movie. I just got to lose like 60 pounds. You think I could do it?
And you're fucking eating cookies at meetings. that
No,
we go
I
to.
no. You think I could do it?
I'm
though?
so over Gio at this point. To the audience, every time you see him on his social media eating some shit he's not supposed to, please send him a message and tag me.
I will blast him.
We just did on the radio.
No, I know. I'm gonna blast in his comments.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dalvin doesn't have green eyes.
I mean Devontae. I said Devontae.
Oh yeah. Okay, Devontae. Yeah.
Devontae was every lady and every man's dream. But
I like Dalvin.
Hold on. Well, I got something about
I
Dalvin.
know about it already
Okay.
because you can't hold
We
fucking
can't talk
water,
about it on the
motherfucker.
radio,
No, we
though,
can't.
because we'll get sued.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you afterwards. Devontae, have you seen now? I don't know what kind of drug he
Yeah.
allegedly was doing, but he just got this one little pony with a beret.
He do.
I
So
need to
funny.
see that picture.
No, you don't want to see it.
I do. I didn't really ever find him like super
Would you have had
hot.
a threesome with Devontae
No.
and Tupac?
No. What?
Dang, she cut
Okay,
that shit.
if
quick.
you had to choose Tupac or A$AP Rocky, who would you choose?
she gonna say Tupac.
Fuck's sake. Wait. One more time.
A$AP Rocky or Tupac?
To have sex with?
Yeah. You better say A$AP. He's still alive.
I'm not saying anything. God damn it.
Or both.
But no, I mean, they're both hot. They're both hot. You know,
Let me find out you're gonna let them run the train.
no. Well, Tupac's dead.
If he was alive-
Okay,
allegedly.
but here's the wait. How about this? I never liked Tupac until after he died. Isn't that crazy?
That's how
people do it.
No, you want to know why?
Why?
You want to know why? Because I saw Juice, and he was so convincing as Bishop.
Wait, you didn't see Juice?
So you didn't want him when he was a postman. See, that's the problem with black women. When you have a man that had postman,
What do you mean?
Poetic Justice.
I never saw it.
okay, he was a postman. Anytime a black man has a regular job, I ain't want him. Now the motherfucker's a fucking
Thug.
gangster and a thug. You want
Poetic
him.
Justice was after Juice. I'll have you know.
Okay.
Okay, that's number
but
one.
I'm saying he was legitly working a 9 to 5.
I never saw Poetic Justice.
I cannot believe. Put the camera on her. That's please.
She liked him when he was a thug and a drug dealer.
Everybody-
I said I didn't. I hated him so much as
That's
Bishop.
when he's doing his job.
Yeah, I
Good.
hated him so much that it like affected how
You
I
really
perceived him and his music. I couldn't stand him. I loved Raheem in Juice. Oh my God, literally.
Radio Raheem?
No,
Still,
that's
light
fucking
skin.
do the right thing. Yeah,
No,
Khalil
because
Kane.
I met somebody the other day who said his name was Radio Raheem. I was like, I've heard that before. So I Googled it and it was from
Do the right thing.
Do the Right Thing.
Yeah.
Rest in peace
no,
to Radio
I
Raheem.
was in love with Raheem from Juice, Khalil Kane. Lights. I literally would start salivating like when
I
he
heard
came.
I
on.
heard Khalil had a big sex problem too. He's on my I think he follows me on Facebook. Fuck it, he'll hear it. Hey Khalil. So by the time this show airs, everybody in the world will have already talked about and seen Beyonce at the CMA singing with a new background group called the Dixie Chicks.
Sorry, ladies, but
That's
when the
hilarious.
queen shows up,
She shows
the
up.
fuck
exactly,
out.
and y'all know exactly what your role is in life, which is a background.
Yeah, I feel like
Backup
Beyonce
singers.
is like what it used to be in high school when you had a little juice, but the super popular dude or the super popular girl come in and all is just like you have no more juice. Like that's what Beyonce is.
Well, I think the Country Music Awards, typically there aren't that many African Americans singing country songs, so they probably felt real secure in their little awards. And then
We got this one.
Beyonce dropped Daddy Lessons, and I know they were like, this bitch better not show up at the CMAs. Not only did she show up, she fucking killed the carpet. Did you see it?
Oh yeah, she looked
Killed
beautiful.
killed the carpet, then she killed the performance. So now all anybody's talking about at the awards last night is Beyonce.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Because it wasn't like a super publicized thing. It was like a surprise
She
performance.
just showed up. She just walked out.
That's fucking crazy.
And she said, everybody get out your chairs. She did turn into Sasha Fierce a little bit. So like
Yeah.
if you watch the performance, she went straight Sasha Fierce on him. But at the end of the day, like she's just dominating everything. For her to go do a worldwide tour where she's had, I think, something about like 425 people working on this tour she's world domination at this point.
I wouldn't be surprised if one day Beyonce was doing a show and her skin unzipped and it was a fucking alien. Like I really would not be shocked. I wouldn't.
Well, people are criticizing her because she looks extra bright in all her photos. So they're saying they thought it was a white girl. So they can always find something to say something about
That's
somebody.
crazy.
But to Beyonce, if you're listening, look, you've done everything that we thought you couldn't do. On top of that, you've done country. Can you just do one more thing that nobody believes that you would do and be my friend?
Well,
It's going to happen.
good luck with that, Jason.
gonna happen.
I'm praying for you.
Listen, I heard she knows me. I mean, I heard she knows of me now. So all I gotta do is just like hang out one time. I feel like if she gave me one day, it's a
Best
wrap.
friend.
What?
But without trying too hard.
Man, no, I would try extra hard. I would be extra. She would turn around, I'd be right there, be like, the fuck?
If she came out with a country album, are you buying it?
Absolutely.
And she can actually do that and it will sell.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, like
crazy.
she's from down south. She's from Houston, so she's still got a twang.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, she
A
killed
little
that
southern
shit.
twang.
Yeah.
I like a little twang.
Okay. Anywho.
Hey man, y'all not gonna be deflecting my comments when I talk about the twang. I like a little twang.
You don't even fuck though. I fuck more than you do.
That's okay.
How did you guys turn that into sex?
When he talk about twang, is that what he's talking about?
Yeah, I like a little twang. I'm from the Midwest, so I like a little twang.
Is that what you guys call it?
Yeah, a little twang.
Are you talking about vagina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I thought we were talking about country.
I know what the fuck we're talking about. I'm awake, people. I told you I came prepared today.
That's the new shit for you.
No, I know when she get ready to go into some smart shit. Stop it.
I'm gonna sit on my hands from now on. Okay? I'm gonna sit.
You know how many men in America wish that. So Melissa gave me access to her Instagram. I think one day I'm gonna just go through it and write out Instagram messages that I want to read on the air because men are so
we should
lame.
do that. We should do that.
The men that slide in your DMs are fucking lame.
I know. I mean, no, I don't mean that.
And you don't even-
I
and-
love you
hold on,
all.
and
I
don't
love
e-
you all.
No, you don't, because you don't even check all the messages. They're all unread. So I read them. Me and Connor read them.
Okay. Well, I mean, listen. What am I gonna do? Somebody gonna send me a dick pic? I don't want to fucking see that shit.
Oh, Melissa, if you would just follow me back, I know I've been waiting my whole life. Shut the fuck up.
And then what am I?
And
Exactly.
can I say something? One thing I know from being gay and from being your friend and having access to your Instagram, dudes are fucking lame. I swear to God. Like, I feel the pain that women feel when they go to a club and some lame ass motherfucker with a fucking EBT card comes over wanting to buy a drink.
Yeah. I mean,
It's sad.
I don't know about the EBT card, but you know, it's
Okay,
it's hard out
rush
here
card.
it's hard out here for a pimp these days. I'm just saying, it's really, really, really not that easy.
Now, when you're hanging out with ASAP Rocky, it ain't.
Or Daniel Sajada.
Can I just say that ASAP, I mean, this is what I like to do. He's from Harlem, so he's not a traditional, like he's like from the gutter.
Wow.
And he's
Super nice.
And he is one of the creative directors of Puma.
Wow.
And he's fucking the face of Dior. How you do that?
Wow. I didn't even know that.
Is it Dior
And
or
he was
Gucci?
Dior. Maybe he just shot something with Gucci, but he has Dior campaigns out there.
I can't wait till I be the face of Sun.
You're gonna be the face of
Hollywood Unlocked. Okay.
Home Protection Services and Basement Workers Union. Basement Workers Union and Home Protective and EBT and fucking the home pregnancy test. And cookies. Stop eating fucking cookies.
I threw that goddamn
Let me
cookie
tell you
away.
something. I
don't
lost
want his shit up.
15 pounds
And you
in
look great.
15 days. Thank you very much.
Yesterday
But I'm
was
not
13.
even nowhere near. No, yesterday was 2 weeks.
Wait.
This may be day 16. Yeah, day 16, I think.
You look good, man.
Well, I got 70 some more days ago. Mm-hmm. I ain't stopping.
Ooh, I love that, man. The eye of the tiger. Go get him, Tiger.
That's hilarious.
Because I want to be, like, because I know, I realize it's not for, I'm not doing this for anybody else. I did have an emotional moment this morning because I think part of when I really started gaining weight was when my brother got murdered. It was it was just like drinking. Mine was alcohol, and then just bad eating, not like a lot eating. So now with this regimen, it's just like you wake up every morning, have the same breakfast, and lunch is like, it's just structure. I need structure.
But wait, what was the emotional part?
I was getting ready to get in the shower and I just could tell that I've lost some weight, and I just started thinking about when I started gaining. I started thinking about my brother. Then you know, the audience. The greatest part about this show is people are saying like, "Damn, I'm getting to know you more." And I was just talking with producers recently about Love and Hip Hop, whether or not to go back, and it's all dependent on whether or not I could really, really tell my story. Because I
think it's time.
Can't be the guy that just pops up blowing shit up. I'll do that too, but damn,
I think it's time for people to see that side of Jason Lee.
the caring side.
Yeah, I've seen that side.
Like when I fuck people, I hold them too.
Oh God.
Like I have a emotional.
You asked
part
for
of
it.
No, he ain't asked for it.
Yeah, I didn't. But how did we get to that?
I've seen him be super affectionate. I was like, oh, well, shit.
If you
Look at
was straight,
No, that's not what I was thinking. I just thought it was cute.
I'm affectionate. I'm affectionate.
It's very endearing and sweet.
how's
I
your
like
weight
it.
loss coming, Miss Ford?
It's non-existent. My weight is stubborn. It likes to just like land right on my thighs and my ass.
It's
and
solid too.
Yeah, it just don't want to fucking
So
go
are
nowhere.
you still vegan or no?
I am eating fish, dude. I'm eating salmon. I
I had salmon
So
last
I went vegan, you went pescatarian.
I did. I had to.
So how do we do this vegan challenge together if you're not?
Okay, here's the sitch: is I'm working out and you haven't really started.
I did start this week. Two so far, and I work out today and tomorrow.
Okay.
That's 4 times this week.
Okay.
Don't come for me.
I'm not coming for you. I've just been doing some pretty intense
No,
workouts.
you're really great in the working out area because you'll do the Pilates, you'll do all that shit that again white women do, and I want to get there.
Pilates in a 100-degree studio. Shit is hard.
Can I just tell you, for those of you out there that want to lose weight, it's not just your diet. This water right here with these chia seeds, this protein and fiber in here, on top of the black, the charcoal water, and that tea that I'm drinking,
or chlorophyll.
I was somewhere yesterday, and I felt like I had to take a shit. When I tell you that shit came out in a way I've never seen in my life, I mean, I felt lighter after I went to the bathroom.
It was black, wasn't it?
I didn't even want to look.
Yeah, do you know the coloration codes for that?
Why don't you enlighten us?
So the coloration codes of your feces.
Let's set it up. You're gonna tell us the color coding of shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Let me hear that shit.
I know. I don't know, but when she said, "Is it black?" She must know something. So I wanted to know, what does the black mean?
It's because he's having lot of he's ingesting a lot of charcoal. But not only that, he's eating a plant-based diet, so it's probably already super dark green, anyways.
So no, it isn't though. But the charcoal, from what I understand, is supposed to make the worms, what is that stuff called? Parasites come out. Oh, do we have worms in our body?
Yeah,
that's fucking weird.
Yeah, so now, they can just get out of fucking control.
I might go get me some rubber gloves afterwards and go looking through my shit to see if I can find some worms.
Oh my God.
Because then I know it's really working. Then I'm telling you, my life's gonna just be fucking like, wow.
I can't picture you with abs, man. That's gonna be weird.
Picture it, because I'm gonna be all over Instagram, thoughting it out.
Listen, okay, you guys. So, I mean, this will be after the fact, but there's a battle fucking waging because Justin Timberlake voted early and he took a picture of himself voting, and he has been like threatened with arrest because because it like violates state laws to take a photo of a completed ballot once you've cast it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So if I post that I voted for Hillary, that's illegal?
No. If you take a picture of
if you take a picture and post on social media. But,
really?
Yeah, but federal courts are challenging it, so it's
that's dumb.
it's a big deal right now.
So if I say I'm going in right now to vote for Hillary, but I don't show you the ballot, I'm okay.
I think it's just the being in the voting booth itself. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. So.
Well, shout out to Justin Timberlake. Now he knows how it feels to be wrongly accused.
That's hilarious.
Or targeted.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. And that's the hot topics for the most part. Mariah Carey's still trying to clean up that mess of a, situation with the billionaire. And her divorce became finalized to Nick Cannon.
I know. Congratulations to them. So Nick can stop being afraid of our show.
And come on. Hey, Nick.
Because we just want to talk to you. I mean, we don't want to get too much in your business. We just want to ask you what the people want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
This has been a fun show. We learned a lot. I learned that you know a lot about coloring shit. You live in a basement. You're getting terminated. I have a harassment suit at my building. And if you suck too much dick, you can get a head injury.
Well, no, head and neck cancer.
Well, whatever. That's an injury. Isn't cancer an injury?
No, it's a disease.
A disease would be an injury to me.
Okay, well.
God, I don't want no disease.
No, me neither.
We're all going to die one day.
That's hilarious.
Okay, but on a happier note, the show's over.
I want you to know, guys, I love you. Okay. I love you both.
If you need anybody to help you move,
I will.
Don't call me. All right. See you later.
Bye, everybody.